Alright, welcome back to Vindictus episode 16, Rags to Riches, where we actually begin season 3. Oh boy. Hey, look, there's another new Lynn. Huh. I actually liked that Lynn too. Didn't look bad. Okay, so we're gonna be doing season 3, although I waited a bit longer to come back, so I might be having to purchase some more hair and inner armor if I decide to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and progress with Season three's intro storylines. Technically, this is Season 3, Episode 0, and since I already did a video commentary on this on my main Syax when it was first released, I'm mainly just going to be breezing past this part because, no use in, trying to make this sound like I'm new to it. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. I think I'm going to end up having to go to Rochester to do this quest. Okay, completing quest Rochester at the sea. Create battle. Go. Now there is something unique about Rochester at the sea. You can get a title from here if you beat the boss without getting hit, which is exactly what I'm going to try doing. And just as a heads up, you cannot make a party for this fight. This fight is 100% solo. It's similar to Shakar and a few other fights, which you can only enter by yourself. I just realized my door is open, so I can only hope that the dogs do not get riled up within the next couple hours, because having them bark in the background, oh my god. Hello? Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay. I have 37 attack speed out the gate now, 85 crits, 1300 additional damage, 77 balance. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Even though I've already seen these, I'm still going to let these cutscenes play out. Does that mean the person that talked to me at the beginning of the game was Gallagher? So yeah, I wonder what... Alright. I guess I'm not really gonna have to worry about inner armor and my hair, seeing as I'm fully cloaked in the Terminus Sentinel set. Alright, come on. Whee! Alright, now let's see if I can do a no-hit run of this guy for the first time. Ah, damn it. So, ah, I thought I could survive the red hit with that. Okay, so that's something. I'm actually gonna hit the return to town and restart this, just so I can try again for the no hit. So we'll let that count as a death. I was just curious to see if the red hit can be blocked by being in like the void through Arcane Gate, but no, it looks like I would probably have to be in Arcane Gate's finishing move to successfully block that attack. So I was just experimenting with that one. So what just happened though, for those that might be curious, that's known as a red hit. Bosses possess these in Season 3, and they are true unblockables that cannot be avoided via your dodge. You actually have to get out of the way to not get hit by them. I'm gonna try this again though. Okay. We're just gonna let those curses tick away on him while we do the little mini game. So lesson learned. So I know Vela's new crosscut move allows me to dodge that. I thought I was invincible during. That's good to know because I would have eventually relied on Arcane Gate to get around moves. So I think I stepped into poison. Oh yeah, I'm coming out of that. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't do this without getting hit now. So, yeah, I guess it means we're not getting that title. I'll have to come back at a later time to try for that title. But what I can do is I can show an interesting glitch in this area. So if I die here, this doesn't count as a death, but if you jump down and you happen to light flare and survive, that's good. Nope. That doesn't count. I was just trying to see. But if you go around this way right here and follow the path back, you can glitch behind this wall. And if you hang around back here enough, you'll get teleported back down to the start of the starting area, and you can see Gallagher just standing down there. It's just kind of funny. So Mirror is gonna actually come to be a rather important character. This is where I have to do the stupid Traces of Battle quest. didn't even have soap. Although, considering what I have right now, I don't think I really need the soap. But since I am in Colon, I will actually pick up some stuff. Oh yeah, this is Traces of Battle. This is probably the hardest fight in the game. So, yeah. Just be prepared. We're gonna need an item. Oh no, I missed. Shit. Just kidding. That's literally the fight. I don't know what the point of this fight is. I genuinely just do not know. But it's 20 AP. That's actually not bad. You can do that 5 times over really quick. And then we get someone that makes a reappearance. We run into Seacole. We're going to be seeing a lot of him in Season 3, as well as Morrigan. And that's technically episode 0 done and done. In, what, how long? Yeah, 12 minutes. Okay, well, we're going to end this episode here. Yeah, not. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit this up. Let's see. Now, something else you may have noticed. Let me continue just cycling through these quests really quick. Oh shit, I just realized I could have transformed during Mir's fight. And that probably would have saved myself. Okay, you know what? I'm going back and getting that title real quick. Just because I know I can get it. Because I just realized I have transformation, so all I need to do is just not get hit throughout the first part of the fight. Yeah, transform. When he's doing that that move of his, because transforming does make you invincible, so I can dodge through it that way. Just wail on him. Use second stage transformation. Okay, so yeah, I got this. Alright, this should allow me to power through that move. We can Arcane Gate him. Come out of it. Hit that second stage. Got him. Now that should give me fancy footwork. I completely forgot I had transformation available. Yep, I just heard a title go off. Ah, fancy footwork. Okay, it only took 3 tries. And we get another shot at this too, so let's see if we can make the jump. There we go. Okay. Now we just come back around this wall. It is a little finicky, but it's just kind of neat. Come around here and then you just try to jump off this. Just keep jumping off this and eventually you'll get like teleported back to the start of the area. Come on. Do it. I'm gonna get it eventually. I know they didn't fix this. Come on. Get going. Okay, I'm trying to figure out... I know there's like a special angle you have to go off on to make this work. There we go. And voila, we're back at the very beginning, after we've defeated Mir. If we go all the way to the end here, we find Gallagher just stopped right here. The little shit. And apparently Rochester isn't even loaded, because you get to see down there. You can't go any further because there's a wall, but it's just kind of interesting. So apparently all this is below sea level. Rochester has an underwater section. Okay, enough of that. Shit, not restart, return to town. Okay, we're done with that. Alright, let's go ahead and chit-chat with Mir. And actually, I'm glad I went in and did the transformation, because I might level up from some of these. Help me, I can't remember anything. This is actually where the story does get kind of good, but unfortunately you will have needed to pay attention to seasons 1 and 2 during certain points to understand what's going on. Okay, let's see. Give a beggar a coin. So apparently we're taking the sewers to get out of Rochester. Because apparently we're totally still in Rochester, you know, and when in fact I'm actually in Cullen. This is gonna go really quick because these mobs are still their regular versions. I think this is the last mission where it's gonna have me like backtrack and do a previously seasoned area. Alright, and that's just gonna do its thing. Boom! That's just gonna do its thing again. Ooh, that's the sound of critical hits. Nothing beats the sound of a good old crit. Okay, yeah, this is the room with the collapse. I never realized there was ore just right there. And isn't there more ore? No, it's... Well, I got bloody threads on a lot of people. Just gonna make this quick. That move is gonna come in handy during season 3. Because there are some areas where there are mob fights where the groups are just kind of would be difficult to deal with if Scythe didn't have that crowd control move. Alright. And boss room, we should definitely, oh, hang on, I'm gonna get a tad more SP. There we go. Now I've got Arcane Gate. Come on out. And gotcha. Just the lack of boss fight music there. Alright. Yep, that's officially. So I'm gonna hit return to town real quick, just because there are two very important things. And holy crap, it is dark outside for it being 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Rainy day. Appearance alteration coupon for 2 mil in the market. Wow, it gives me a level 60 weapon. Oh yeah, I'm so happy that I got a level 60 weapon. It totally outclasses my new shiny level 90 weapon. All right. So apparently we're learning that Mir is actually someone who is currently cursed, and it even says right here in the chat, yeah, because we're starting Ben Chenner after you reach level 90. If you aren't high enough, you can either complete Season 2 battles or complete some sub-stories. Well, we spent the entirety of the last episode, Season 3 prep, getting ready, getting ourselves to be level 90. Now, aside from the Season 3 area, Ben Chenner, there is also another area that does open up once you hit level 80, and that's the Niflheim raids. These, I do not recommend going into until you've at least completed the first episode of Season 3. So until you've cleared Ben Chenner entrance, yeah, I recommend staying out of Niflheim, because you're more or less just going to be a burden on the party unless you are extremely skilled and know the bosses in and out. However, that's not necessarily enough. What I recommend doing is waiting until you get an orange weapon, which is something we're going to be touching on very soon, because we're going to have a new weapon crafting system in place. But before I get into that, let me go ahead and I'm just checking my bag, seeing what I got real quick. Okay. We're going to visit Ernmus, and we're going to purchase two things from him. We're going to purchase the Crimson Blade Apollet, and we're going to purchase the AP Shop Renewal Necklace. Equipping those things does give us a significant boost. Because if I unequip them, I have 20.8k attack and 11k defense. When I had them equipped, it's 21.6k attack and nearly 12k defense. And apparently... So yeah, that's definitely a much appreciated stats. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if there's a spring in play right now, which there is. Of course, there's a bunch of people here. Ooh. This is a... Yeah, it's a high person. This person's been here a long time. And it's always cool just to kind of take a look at other people's gear, just to kind of see what they're rocking. Like, this is an Eevee right here, Rimbab. Yeah, see, they have an orange weapon. Now, just to give a quick, rundown on what these new things are, you can see that this weapon is made up of 4 pieces. It's made up of or 5 pieces. A weapon core, which is, the top thing that says attack 6514, and then there's 4 pieces. Those are called shards. And what happens is you get a weapon core, and you get the appropriate shards for the weapon, and then you put it all together and make your weapon. Now, the color or the grade of your weapon is going to be dependent upon the let's see if I can actually I can't I think I have to wait for the UI to clear up, like for this to finish up and bring the rest of the UI up. There we go. Apparently I can't. But the central shard dictates the maximum rank of enchant scrolls will go on your weapon, and how high you can enhance it. A purple weapon can only receive up to rank 8 and 9 enchants, and can only go up to plus 10, whereas if the core of the weapon is orange, you can go up to plus 20 and put rank 7 to 8 on it. Sorry. Taking care of these stupid bears, because they're annoying as crap. But, let's see. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to level from this. That's something else I need to explain, so let me see if I can dispatch this guy quick enough. I actually got him. That's kind of a cool zoom out. Hey, the camera got stuck onto the map again. Funny. Let's go ahead and hit next story. But a weapon can appear purple. Like a weapon's color won't show orange until every part of it is orange. So I mean, you can have a purple weapon that goes beyond, plus 10, because the core of it is orange. It's just the color of the weapon itself isn't going to show orange until everything is orange in the weapon. So if you have, an orange core, 3 orange pieces, and 1 purple piece, the weapon is going to show purple. Level 91. Something I like about the Season 3 dungeons, they're sequenced. So like... Oh yeah, I didn't... Okay, that spider's getting really annoying. This place is definitely a place you want to bring mine bombs to. But let me explain something real quick about Season 3 dungeons. So, there's going to be a total, I believe, 4 Season 3 dungeons. And as you can see, I started right here. However, you do have the option to run a full Season 3 dungeon run. So it's like Autumn Reedbed, Deciduous Forest will connect, and it's like being able to run all the dungeons at the same time rather than having them be segmented like they are during the quests. So you could do like a literal full bench enter entrance run, if that makes sense. Yeah, those bears have to die quick because if those bears get a good hit on you, they hurt. Now, I did mention that it is worth mining here, but be very cautious about it. Because a lot of bosses here, save for the main boss of the area, have what's called a curse. Which is basically a passive, AoE that they... is there ore down there? No. A passive AoE that they give off, and what happens is the AoE, when it goes off, you'll receive a debuff that lasts, I believe, for 30 seconds. And at level 1, you receive like a 10% attack and defense reduction. Then once it times down, it'll refresh and it'll stack to 2 times. And then 3 times, and then 4 times. And I think eventually it tops out at a minus 80 or 90% attack and defense. And if that happens, you're basically not going to be able to win the fight. Now, there is a way to undo the curse, and that is to use a secondary weapon on the boss, like these. However, I have mine bombs, so mine won't lift the curse. You need either spears, regular bombs, or lights of Palala, which the lights of Palala are the ones I recommend using. If you use spears, you have to hit the boss twice to undo the curse. With a bomb, you have to hit the boss once, but being that bombs can roll around and the boss can move out of the way, it's not very accurate. If you use Lights of Palala, which is basically a flashbang that blinds all targets on screen, keep in mind, I say on screen, all you have to do is just keep the boss in your line of sight when the Light of Palala goes off, and it'll work. It'll lift the curse 100% of the time. Now there is a another way you can remove curses, and that is to use environmental objects. So say if you picked up like a barrel off the ground and hit the boss with it, yeah, that will remove the curse as well, but that involves you having to stop, pick up an object, like so, and you can't dodge when you're like this, so you'd have to do that, and I'd have to hit the boss twice successfully like that. At this current stage in the game, Lights of Palala... Actually, I want to see if I can... How much does Void Star do to these guys right now? No, it doesn't kill them, but it does do... Those red ones you want to look out for. Because those ones in red will actually heal surrounding mobs and bosses. And this move is still overpowered as hell. Seriously, these guys need to nerf Arcane Gate. I might actually start fighting without Arcane Gate. That's a couple items too that I need to delve in on. You'll start picking up these waking stones. And if you've noticed, if you've looked at your skills recently, you'll notice a lot of them have this little box that appears under them, like this one, a lot of your smashes. And if I mouse over it, you'll see below the cost, it actually says increased damage, or up there, reduce stamina consumption, increase damage, and increase knockdown rate. If you find the appropriate stone, you can slot those stones into these skills, and that effect will be applied. And they come in varying grades, like the increased damage. The increased damage component comes in either 6, 8, or 10%. The SP reduction comes in, minus 40 SP, minus 50, and so on and so forth. Now, if you do need help in these quests, this is where you may encounter your first couple times actually hosting raids. Vindictus functions on a peer-to-peer system. Wow, you mad? A peer-to-peer system wherein the party leader hosts the dungeon and everyone connects to the party leader to participate in the fight. So if you have poor internet or if your computer is a potato, like if you don't have, decent performance, while playing solo, you are not going to be able to host raids. That's just a simple fact. That's just how it is. Because what's going to happen is people are going to be connected to you and they're going to have, one bar, they're going to be lagging hard. And depending upon how bad your computer is, you might be able to play a fight by yourself, but, if you're hosting it for 3 other people, you might render it unplayable for the entire party, yourself included. There's a couple of areas in Benchana Entrance, by the way, that have little secrets. So if you come down here by this wall, uncovered a Mystic Wood Elf. A lot of times these little places will either contain like a turtle or something like that, or a frog that comes out at you. However, if you find the text, you found a Mystic Wood Elf, do that, because you actually do get a title for, if you find 30 of them, you get a title. And does that title have a stat increase? No, it's just a more or less aesthetic title. Careful in this room, by the way. These little things are traps. And those guys with the glowing green smoke are basically, well, I really wish they would have added an Allahu Akbar like sound effect to them. I think that would be hilarious. Normally there's an ore node over there, but it looks like there's not one here in the quest version. And I believe this is another... Actually, no, this used to be a boss room, but this boss was removed. And now we're picking up Paradise Enhancement Stones, which is what's going to be used to enhance your current gear. Yeah, I don't want any of these guys sneaking up healing. Okay, now they're all dead. I wonder if there is a... Normally there's a luminary right here too, if you're on the full version of the dungeon. Whoa. This little spot is another place where you can find a mysterious wood elf, but see, we only got a spider to come out, so no wood elf there this time. This is going to be boss room right here. Let's see. There's an erg pot right there. See if you can sneak around and hit the erg pot before you go further into the boss room. This is basically you have to deal with a mob fight. Basically, I kind of like wander around and just kind of let them all gather up. The boss is going to be up there, and that tree is where he's going to jump down from. You'll get a notification when he comes down. Okay, I'm going to take out this guy back here. You've been healing guys for far too long. I think this is the last 5 before the boss comes down soon. There we go. Now all the bosses have a unique ability like that. He's got the one that puts the AoEs on the ground. So you can see. See, I'm at 22.9k defense. Actually, I have the curse held right now, but we'll see when the curse refreshes, my stats are going to go lower. Now I'm at 7,000 defense. Now the curse is was at its 4th stack. If the curse manages to stack 5 times, a perpetual health drain gets put on you as well. And so you never want to let the curse hit 5 stacks. That is a no-no. Alright. And we got a legendary shard too. These are the pieces that are used to craft things. And as you can see, that's the stats it comes with. So we're going to do next story. Vindictus is our next boss. He doesn't have a curse effect. Normally the big bosses of the areas do not have curses. So you don't have to worry about Vindictus cursing you. It's just like the mini bosses, you know, which we've been fighting up till then. Vindictus is going to be the first taste of a real Season 3 boss. And if you do not understand his mechanics, you probably are going to die the first time here. I'm just saying. Now you can actually do like a detour cut and you can just go this way and you can kind of skip over that area. Which, you know, is something I might kind of recommend doing just because this is the path of least resistance. You'll just come out over here. But once you're here, yeah, these archers can and will be a pain in your ass. I can't remember if there is actually a luminary. Come on, let me up. There we go. There's normally a luminary back here too. Yep, but it's... yeah, it's the high level luminary, so I don't have my gathering high enough to do it. But if you jump down right here, there's a little spot back here where you can find another hidden elf. If you go all the way back here in the corner, no, he didn't appear, so... no eagle eye there today. Now, dealing with all these archers shooting down on you is somewhat annoying, but there's a way you can easily deal with them. You just go up, and all you do is just hit them. If you hit them once, they will put their bows away, switch to melee mode, and you can just... and then you can have fun dealing with them without having them shoot at you. Now, you know, that may have seemed, you know, a little bit more time consuming just to do it that way, but later on, there are a lot of them. And also, these towers you see are destructible, and they can contain hidden elves. So, I'm not sure how long it's going to take to destroy them. Normally, on my spear lawn, it's like one full stamina bar of moon splitting just to break a tower. Wait until they get the shots off. Want to make sure I run in a diagonal. Making sure I get them all hit with melee. This is where it gets a little annoying because you have them more spread out. So we're going to try and avoid. And try just to... okay, I think we got everyone. Let's get everyone together. Come on. There we go. Easy and dealt with. Let me see how long it takes to destroy one of these real quick. Alright, I found one in there. There's technically 3 towers you can destroy. And then we got one more tower we can destroy over here. I'm willing to bet there's not a lot of people that know about these destructible towers housing hidden mobs on them. Let my stamina recover real quick. No. even though he was in there, I did not get the dialogue. So that was not one of the hidden ones. Okay, so we are... Wait, what does that title say? Defeat 1,000 wood elves. You aren't even the least bit afraid of wood elves. You're thinking about whittling some spoons out of them. Nice. Alright, this is our first bigger boss. We are 40% of the level, so we probably don't need our transformation. Now, he has a mechanic that, like I said, if not known, will cause you to get killed. Now, if you watch the opening cutscene, notice he is blind. Some of his motion show he's blind as well. Such as... Because if I stand a little bit away from him, watch what he does. He's like feeling around for me. And occasionally, he'll string up his combos with this. And he'll charge up a move. And he does like a spinning slash. I always recommend, if you're here by yourself, anytime you see him do one of those moves, there's a couple of variations of it in terms of like what move he does, but there's one that sticks out from all of them. And I hope to show it. Where he does... And it is a red attack, so... Ow. Probably won't start seeing it till he gets down into like the yellow. There it is. Where he stopped and he did an like you saw like the rush of wind come out of him. If you move at all during when he's charging that up, you'll start to glow and he'll zone in on you. And being that you're here for the first time with the free gear, that attack will most likely kill you in one hit. So you want to stop moving during that, otherwise he'll find you and he will knock you out. That's kind of why I'm hesitating using my Arcane Gate, because I don't want to be stuck in Arcane Gate's animation. Kind of want to make sure my Wisp is put away too. He's not that bad once you know his moveset. Yeah, I'm refraining from using my second curse because I don't want to bring out a Wisp, because if I'm not mistaken, the Wisp can and will trigger a movement he picks up on. I'm just gonna stop. Ow. Yeah, that's something I forgot about. If you have the bleeding debuff on you, which I did have, that does count as movement. I'm okay right here because he can't... Oh, that was just bullshit. It's like he waited till I was coming out of the animation, because normally I'm invincible during that whole animation. He actually like waited and came after me at the right moment when I would be vulnerable. Well, there goes one of our free revives. Alright, bye-bye, asshole. See, that's why I was hesitant to use Arcane Gate to begin with earlier in the fight. Because I didn't want to do that. And we just saw a dialogue. Quick battle which can recruit a party member is recommended for the Corrupted Queen and related battles. Take note of this. Don't just hit next story. Do not do that. Return to town. Because you do not want to go into Regina by yourself. She is one of the big Season 3 raids. She is the first. And she is the one that will basically educate you on how difficult Season 3 actually is. So, now, getting a party together, it says a party is recommended for the battle quest Corrupted Queen. Now, this is where you want to make sure you do a quick battle. Because if you don't, you're going to be waiting around for a party to join for a while, and you're not going to have a good time. Because if I walk up to the board right now, go to bench enter entrance, do Corrupted Queen, and do create party, this is not going to notify anyone. There exists a system in the game, if you press K by default, it brings up quick battles. Now the thing is, like, say for example, if I favorite, these raids right here, then anytime, see right there, someone just started a missing soul party and I can hit participate and I can jump right in and I can start doing it. And as you can see, that party is filling up. Now, if a new person, someone who hasn't done that done that fight before, or is still relatively new to that fight, they get an additional drop from that fight. If this is I think it's your first 5 times doing each of these raids, you get a buff to your character which increases your balance, your attack and defense, to make it a little bit easier on you. So what we're going to do is we're going to press K, we're going to say Corrupted Queen, and we're going to do this as a quick battle, and we're going to do create party, and you know it's a quick battle because it says quick battle reward to get 15% additional XP plus 5 AP, and that's the power and technique requirements to do this fight. And as you can see, we are well above both stat requirements. And anyone who has Corrupted Queen favorited is going to receive a notification similar to what we received, but because it's being started by a new player to the fight, it's going to say bonus on it. So it's going to be even more enticing for for people to join. So we're going to click join party, and what it's going to do is it's going to create the party, and we're going to let it go. As you can see, I have the Goddess Guidance, so I do get additional drops, and I do get a mild stat boost when we enter the fight. So keep in mind it is noon, so it may be a little while before I actually get a party, but launching it via quick battle did just notify everyone on the server who happens to have this battle favorited. Alright, we have someone join the party. We have Tormentor. And as you can see, he's going to have some connection bars to me. Just going to say hello. Pick up some mana pistol traps. And let's see if we can equip them. Equip in the alchemy box. Okay, so how do I equip these? Creates mana pistol. Kit can be created. Equip in the alchemy box. Or did I never do the quest? I think I never did the quest, so I can't use it. Huh. Alright, so we got 3 people. And 4 is coming in. So we have Tormentor, who is similarly statted to us. Arlena, who is way more attack statted. And then we have So, who is in the top 100. Alright, let's let her roll. I always just say good luck, have fun. Just because these raids are where you can have a chance to get a rare drop. There are chances to drop scrolls, orange shards, which you can sell for a couple mil, or if a really good scroll drops, you could make like if I get really lucky, I could do this raid and come out 50 million gold ahead. It's possible. There is an importance of a campfire as well in raids. Guild campfire, more specifically, which we don't have access to yet, but I plan on solving that problem very soon. As you can see, we are here. This is Regina. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and hope that someone uses a superior guild fire kit. And then always say thank you for the guild fire. Sit at it and press E and you can access a menu. And always just buy the apply all effects. It gives you a little bit more attack, critical, and stuff like that, and gives you a guaranteed extra drop. And I'm up to 14k defense now because I have the blessing. I'm going to have this blessing for the next 4 times that I do this fight. So my stats are good enough to take a hit. I'm waiting for Tormentor's buff to show up. There it is. Now we are ready to start. Getting these cutscenes to play out sometimes doesn't happen just because if half of the party, skips the cutscene. See, she has red hits as well. And she also has a one-hit knockout move. Now, being that you are in a party, this is where you want to exercise party buffs. So I'm using Insane Reaper the first chance I get. Now, Regina does have a mechanic, as does all Season 3 fights. As you can see, this flower field, this is a one-shot move. Yep, she got him. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get a revive ready. That's something you always want to do. Revive your teammates. Like, some people are only obsessed with their DPS, but no. In my opinion, the life of another party member is more important than anyone's DPS. So always, always, always exercise revivals. Now, as you can see, I have a meter that's filling up on the side right there. If that meter hits 100%, I die. Oh, she got snagged. How? If standing in the light area where the flowers are makes the meter go down, whereas standing in the shaded area makes the meter go up. So it's basically a balance of fighting in each area. I got clipped by that. Those red attacks will deal a set amount of damage. I'm going to go ahead and exercise using my transformation. Just because I have 3 charges and I figure why not. And as you can see, I am actually gaining SP rather quickly now. And this is where your lockdown comes in. Which I actually missed because bosses in Season 3 have animations where they can't be knocked down out of. But see, everyone is, you can see everyone is using their lockdowns. See, I've got her locked down. Switch stunned her for a little bit longer. Push our transformation a bit further. Let's go ahead and see if we can stun her, allowing our party more DPS opportunities. As you can see, oh, she's on me, so I'll make sure I avoid that. Someone else just transforms. Oh, that's... Thought I heard someone transform into a paladin for a second there. Now, the safe zone is slowly getting narrower and narrower, and when she gets down to about 1.5 bars, she can only be damaged if you have 40% or higher. So then it becomes a real balance of keeping yourself in the corrupted area and keeping yourself out of it. And I don't have any repair kits. Haven't had to use a potion yet, now that I look at it. Oh yeah, someone is a paladin right now. Get into the safe zone. Just because I have a range, so I have an attack range. See, now you would need a corruption level of 40% to do any significant damage. Now the... Now my only concern is, does the meter go up? Oh, dang it. Dang it. Almost made it. I let the meter hit 100%. Oh well. Let's see if anyone practices the same courtesy that I practiced for them and revives me. Being that the boss is this close to dead. Oh nice, the carrot got the clash. I was seeing if I could cheat the system and get into the animation for that quick enough, but alas, it didn't happen. Now let's see where I ranked on damage. I think I was probably second or third place, most likely. I know I was not last. Third place with 22% damage done. Not bad. Not bad at all. I know I out DPS'd someone. Now, if anyone gets a rare drop, you'll see like a giant orange pillar glowing. So it seems like you didn't just like defeat Regina, you snapped her, you know, brought her senses back. And apparently she returns Mir back to his human form. So yeah, there's that. I never realized she has like tattoos on her, or stuff on her arm like that. It's kind of neat. But yeah, as you saw, she had one shot. She actually had one hit KOs. She had a mechanic that involved watching where you are on the field, being aware of your having environmental awareness, as well as situational awareness. Watching out for her red attacks. But one of your rewards for completing episode 1 of season 3 is you get an orange weapon fragment, which is why I've been emphasizing on making and saving gold. So if I go back and talk to the Magic Lab, we should get a dialogue that says, you know, congratulations, you completed, you know, season, or you completed episode 1. I think it's called like Deep Corruption is the name of it. Let's see. We do get to see Mira in cutscenes. See, okay, episode 1, Path of the Hero. And we received something out of the episode. We received an episode reward box. Let me check that kitty encouragement potion. You do get boss drops. You get Regina head fragments. I'm trying to remember what the drops are, but you'll get like head fragments, nails, chain links, a fragment of Lou's armor, Iake's toenail, Abomination's saliva, and so on and so forth. These drops right here, that say, it doesn't look particularly useful are, useless, so you can just like throw those away. And actually, let me go to event real quick because we just completed Ben Chenner, so we can hit that and gain some experience. Also, let me go to the 1-a-day attendance check, claim reward. Let's grab that, and then let's right click and let's grab our 20 pack of Triumph medals. And let's go ahead and open that. And we got 20 Triumph medals. So we're working our way towards our artifact. And as you can see, we have 2 Seals of Bravery. I don't know where I got the first one. I don't know. I got it from Mir. No, I didn't get it from Mir. Where the hell did I get the first one from? Huh. But I also got one from completing Regina. And if I go back and fight Regina again, which I can do, like if I go back to the quest board and I go to, Corrupted Queen, I can't do it because I have the, okay, why can I do these twice right now? Like, there must be an extra raid event, because normally you can only do these fights once per day. Now, if you find yourself in a position where you cannot host raids, oh, hello, where you can't host raids, then the most you can do is go to the quick battles, find, you'll remember before it was up there, or I can find Corrupted Queen on the list. You would go in, you'd find Corrupted Queen, or let me do it filtered by season 3, thank you. You can see all the season 3 fights, and I can see Corrupted Queen. That was the story version of the raid, and I can favorite that. So if another person who has the quest starts the fight up, you'll be notified and you can join that party. So that's kind of the only thing you can really do if you're lacking the ability to host. We have a couple of daily mission tickets, so I'm going to pick up some more Triumph medals. And I think I have another one too. The character growth goals? Achieve by processing to your main storyline season. Okay, I have no idea how I got that, but okay. Let's see. Exchange shop. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for temporal mission. Okay, no, I already collected that. Alright, so let's go to open up our episode reward box. It should give us some Seals of Bravery, some Triumph medals, and I believe it should give us an orange weapon fragments. Yep, we have an orange base weapon fragment now. Yeah, Seals of Bravery, Triumph medals, and so on and so forth. So we got a nice little chunk of stuff from that. The most important thing being that orange weapon fragment. So now we technically do have the ability to start trying to forge ourselves a level 90 orange weapon, which are significantly more powerful than their purple counterparts, and as you can see, have abilities tied to them that can proc randomly at fights, and this increases critical damage by 7% for 1 minute, which, may not sound like a lot, but, it adds up. So the only thing left to do for episode 1 is to go learn about the compositing system. So I'm actually going to run through this tutorial like normally, just because, let's see, Diana, and we have material synthesis and compositing. So compositing, so she basically handed me some stuff, and pretty much you're going to open up a dialogue. It's going to list, a whole bunch of items that you've unlocked so far. As you can see, Regina chess piece, and this is what it costs to craft it. It costs the weapon, the essence of the chess piece, and then a solid legendary chunk. So I can go in my bag, I can find it, and I can right click it. Okay, yes, yes, yes. If I right click it, it fills it in, and then I can add the can either drag it in or I can right click it in, and then I can hit composite and it will craft the piece. And voila, we've just made some Regina armor. Now, this is the question that it was asking before. Why is this item superior when we use mostly rare materials? The lowest quality material determines the finished product. So, if we want to upgrade it to godly, what we'll do is material synthesis. So, we'll pick up material synthesis. And this will... Oh, I have to do this first. Explain replacement compositing. So she gave me a solid legendary shard and a godly one. So I'll right click to put that in, and I'll right click the shard to replace it, and it'll say this is what's going to happen and this is what's going to cost me, and then I'll hit replace. And voila, as you can see now, it's an orange piece. So we're going to see if we can make ourselves a weapon to start with, and we hit level 92 from doing that. Material synthesis. Basically, these items right here, like say for example that defense 992, might be able to go higher. In fact, it can actually go to 932. Or we can change the ability. Let me just go ahead and skip tutorial. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go to item composite. We're going to go to material synthesis. I'm going to put it in there, do this, and I'm going to raise the defense, select synthesis, and I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to synthesize that. And doing maxing out a stat allowed me to remove the attack limit stat, which that is something most people don't, get involved in unless they're planning on min-maxing, and that's only really covered at the end of the game. And then we have, do you want to try skill awakening? This isn't a required thing, but I'll go over it real quick. Skip tutorial. So we're going to try... Let's go ahead and open up this Waking Stone box we received as a reward. Apparently those are some tutorial items for that. We get a free placement synthesis material box, and we get some other goodies. And we get a Waking Stone box. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I want to pump more damage into Arcane Gate just because that skill is OP. So we're going to go Skill Awakening, and then we're going to go find Arcane Gate, which is right here. And I can boost the damage by 8% or 8%. Okay, apparently that's the one I got from the quest. So use, and then as you can see, I have a 0% chance of it succeeding, but I have all these Erd crystals that I picked up and saved along the way. So I can use those Erd crystals, as you can see, to increase my odds. And voila, we have a 45% success rate, which is the max. If it fails, that means you can only use an 8% or higher. So let's try to awaken skill and see what happens. Success. Now, if I scroll down, you can see a 700 out of 700. So anytime you use Arcane Gate, this number will deduct by 1. And once it hits 0, that bonus is no longer applied. So that's pretty much how skill awakenings work. Although I want to wait till I get more awakening stones, so I got more choices on what I can do. So now that we have our orange Regina piece, and I think I'm going to need to open up another bag slot. Let me see how much it would cost me to make an orange Regina piece. So it looks like I'll need a keen, stable, lightweight, and perfect. So, perfect legendary shard. Okay, so that's the base asking price is 6 million. Keen legendary shard. Base price is 1 million asking. 2728. 730. Lightweight. Legendary shard. Those are about 1 million. What was the other one? Smooth, I think it was. Perfect. Stable. Stable legendary shard. For about 1 million. Okay, so we can actually do this. So we're just going to see if there's like any significant difference. So it's 41 balance, 41 balance. I'm looking at int on these. So this one for like 10k more gives me more int. So I have 41 balance. I'm mainly focusing on balance, int, and will. So 41, 49, 28. 41, 51, 28. So far that one's better. 41, 51, 26. 41, 53, 27 for the same price. 41, 53, 28 better. 41, no. 41, 50, 27. See, now we're jumping up in price. So this is the one we're going to pick up. We're going to pick this one up. Alright, now we need a keen legendary shard. And let's see, we have 2730, 2728, a 2928. I think critical is pretty much more important for us right now, so we're just going to pick that one up. Alright, now we need we have a stable and a legendary, and these do bind to you when you buy them, so you can't buy, resell, and manipulate the market. So we need a lightweight next. A lightweight legend, no, not the chunk. That's for the level 95 weapons. Legendary shard. So we have things right around 1.2 range. So we have 19. What's our current one giving us? 19 and 4. So 19 and 4, 19 and 4, 19 and 4. Even the high end gives 21 and 4. Okay. So yeah, we'll just grab one of these. Now, the stupid perfect, not the legendary chunks, legendary shard. I don't know who is selling them at this price. They're ridiculous for doing so. Especially considering 43, 42, 44. It's only about 100 extra attack. 82 versus 70. So yeah, basically it's almost the same thing as that. I mean, I could save up and buy that, but that is just ridiculously overpriced. So, I guess in the meantime, I'll just hang on to these, and I'll hold off on crafting my new scythe until then. Or actually, let me see if I can, I wonder if I can find someone who's willing to sell, because what's the average price for those? Perfect legendary shard for the orange ones. Yeah, like that one supposedly, they've sold for, 1 million before. So I'm actually going to do a little investment. So I'm going to do server megaphone, spend 120,000. And then I'm just going to say, so tab, megaphone server, buying, OJ, perfect, IG, and boom. Buying perfect legendary shard cheap. So that means it's going to let people know that, I'm not really too picky on what the stats are, I'm just trying to get it. So let's see if there's anything else tied up. Oh yeah, the artifacts. I don't think I've touched on them before. Trying to figure out what the best artifact for Eevee would be. From like what family. So if I go to Seal Shop and go to artifacts. 20% SP attack boost. Uh, Vampiric effect on weapon. Increase attack by 1,000. Instantly restore 5,000 hit points. So basically a giant potion with only a 3-minute cooldown. Or I could save up till I get 240 and get like a minute and a half cooldown. The mysterious cat statue only costs 100. That's typically everyone's first one. I don't think anyone's put one up yet. So let's go ahead and take another look. Perfect legendary shard. No, like I don't want to do this just yet. Okay, and then I'm going to have to enhance the weapon too. Actually, come to think of it, between the weapons, I wonder, do I want to go Regina? Actually, I kind of want to look at what the size look like. Because luckily, the shards and are universal among the weapons, so I may actually look at getting a different one. So let me look at weapon, scythe, and let me type in 90 to 90. Just kind of see what we have. So let me see. The Terminus Sentinel Scythe looks like that. Ugly. The Braha Scythe. Ugly. The Lulymphata Scythe. Ugly. What about... Is there an Abomination Scythe, or is that my only choices? Could have swore there was an Abomination Scythe. I mean, I guess I can just be happy with the Regina side, because the Regina side doesn't look bad. It genuinely doesn't. And no one looks like no one's gotten back to me. Let me check my mailbox real quick. Time expired. Armageddon Scythe. Okay, so those didn't sell. Guess we'll throw this up there. Armageddon Scythe. Yeah, just throw it out there for 100k, or throw it there for 85, just to make something. Well, we'll hold off on making our weapon for another time then. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut things here. We'll see y'all again next episode, where we start to take on the Ben Shannon Trailhead and end with fighting Braha. So see y'all next time. Actually, wait, before I go, Parthaloon Vanguard. Okay, not there yet. Okay, I just wondered what the level requirement of that was. Okay, so scratch that. We'll be covering that in 3 levels. So with that, we'll see y'all next time.